I'm feeding my baby. Oh, I think he's done with his bottle. Okay, let me refill his bottle. Sorry it's so dark, but today I just wanted to see if you guys wanted to join us for the night shift. Starting at around 9 p.m. is when we start dimming all of the lights, and it starts getting very dark at the house, and we start whispering. Ooh, he finished his bottle. He's drinking a lot today. Hi ladies, my name is Helen. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back here, welcome back. I started this YouTube channel to talk about my infertility issues and to document my entire journey getting IVF with diminished ovarian reserve for the past 3 years. I'm happy to say that I was successful and I have my miracle baby who's sleeping in the other room. But yeah, I'm continuing to just kind of document my journey as a first-time mom at 43 years of age, and just all of the real struggles that come with that. Most of you guys know that I did get all of my IVF done in Korea. Korea is just medically advanced and it's much more affordable than in the States. So I've sent actually a lot of women who have reached out to me on my channel to get IVF and fertility treatments in Korea. If you are interested in learning more about that, you can go to our website at bloomkorea.co and get a free consultation there. So the ladies there will take really good care of you. Just let them know that I sent you there, and maybe you can find out if Korea is the next right step for you. It was the right step for me because that's where I was able to get pregnant with my miracle baby, and none of the doctors in the States would even entertain giving me IVF because of my age. That coupled with my AMH, which was like 0.06 at the time that I began IVF. And now I'm in the 4th trimester, which is crazy. Nothing really prepares you for childbirth or postpartum. I thought that pregnancy was really hard. I thought that IVF was really hard, but I have to say this part, the 4th trimester, has been so crazy. It's such a whirlwind. Time has sped up tenfold. I don't know where all the time goes. It's just I'm always busy and I'm always feeding my baby. Even right now, I only have a very small window of time to film this before I have to go back and feed my baby, and actually I have to pump and then feed my baby. So there's just a lot going on right now, and I'm so sleep deprived. Every 24-hour window, I think I get probably a total of like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and so that really catches up with you. I'm so grateful and happy though that I have my little baby. It's just like a happiness that I've just never known before, but then that mixed in with an exhaustion that I've never known before, and also a depression, a sort of anxiety that comes with it with all the hormonal shifts. So it's just been a lot all at once. My mother-in-law is actually here staying with us to help with the baby. She takes over in the morning taking care of Felix. Felix is my baby's name. And I take the night shift where I just start from midnight until around 9 a.m. I watch him, I feed him, I wash all the bottles and pump parts, and there's just this whole routine that I have at night, which is happening right now. My husband has been really great, but he needs to function during the day because he's the one that's working. And so he has morning meetings and all of that, so I have to take the night shift, and he works from home, so he helps to take care of the baby and run all the errands and do all the things that dads do. And tonight I just wanted to invite you along to experience what I experience in a night with Felix. So the night routine basically consists of pumping every 3 hours. I have to do that to make sure that I have good milk supply. I am trying my best to breastfeed and give breast milk to my baby. I am also topping off with formula for my sanity. So I feed the baby, I burp the baby, I do the diaper change, and then I go and wash all of the bottles and pump parts, like breast pump parts, because I have to keep washing them over and over again so that I can use them throughout the night. And I just repeat this cycle until the morning handoff, where I hand off the baby to my mother-in-law, who takes care of him for a few hours, and during the day here and there. Oh my gosh, she's such an angel. I do not know what I would do if she was not here with us. I would die. But anyway, that's basically the routine. So join me for a night, a little preview of life with a newborn these days. And it's time for me to pump. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so sick of pumping. You have to pump or breastfeed every 2 to 3 hours during the newborn stage, breast pump, and it's just a lot. Like, I feel like the whole day goes by and I look back and all I have done is pump. And so I also have to get up in the middle of the night and continue to pump every 3 hours. So it's, uh-oh. Felix. Felix. It's okay, baby. Okay, I have to go tend to him. Okay, coming. So childbirth was insane. I need to do a separate video on that because that's another story that's just, there's a lot to tell there, and I'm trying to get my husband to join me in telling that story because he was also there and watching everything as it unfolded. So hopefully I can get our birth story out to you guys soon. I didn't really film much during the delivery because there's a lot going on. Sorry, I'm whispering right now because everyone's asleep and it's like 3:30 in the morning. Transition into postpartum life and life with a newborn has been so insane. I thought that IVF was difficult and childbirth was difficult, and they were in their own ways, but life with a newborn is just something that I just never would have imagined it would have been like this. It's like I have zero time to do anything. I feel like I look like a crazy person all the time. I sometimes don't have time to take a shower or go to the bathroom. I just hold everything in. And so like it's just been so crazy. And I'm thinking about all the moms out there who do this. So much respect. I can't believe we all go through this. This is so crazy. Also, I am 43 years old, so having a baby in your 40s is much more physically challenging than it would be, I guess, in your 20s or 30s. And so there's that aspect as well. I just feel physically very exhausted, and postpartum recovery has been very slow. I have carpal tunnel syndrome where my fingers are tingly and very weak. I also need to do a lot of pelvic floor recovery because it just has not been healing the way that I need it to. My gosh, I leak pee still. I'm going to physical therapy right now, and hopefully I will heal in the next few weeks, not months. Please. I've also had to deal with postpartum depression and anxiety. Oh my goodness. I am crying like all the time. I cry over anything and everything. It's just insane how sensitive I've become. And this is all just part of the process, I think, because the hormones take over. You're basically going through the biggest hormone crash any human will ever go through, like at any point in their lives, like right after delivery. So depression, anxiety, that's normal. And I know that, but I still feel a certain way. It's like I can't help but just cry and feel sensitive over everything. Mom guilt is real. I always feel like I'm not doing enough. I want to be the best mom for him and give him everything that he deserves because we worked really hard to get him here. Also, I'm just like so busy. Where does the time go? It's like everything's on fast forward right now. It's just this constant repetition of all these little tasks that I have to do. There's just not a lot of time in between feedings for a newborn, and so it's just this constant feeling like I'm being chased by the clock that has been a challenge to get used to. I've decided to give my baby as much breast milk as I possibly can because there are a lot of benefits to breast milk. When you breastfeed your baby, your body releases oxytocin, and when your body releases oxytocin, you heal much faster. So the postpartum recovery is sped up, even though I guess for me it's a little slower because of my age. So faster healing and shrinking of the uterus back to its original size. Also, breast milk is actually better for the baby's digestive system as well, which is quite immature. And so a lot of babies will have gassiness or reflux. And I find that giving my baby breast milk just seems much more comfortable than when I feed him fully formula. He just poops much better with breast milk. So I'm doing the best that I can, even though it's quite a challenge to pump every 3 hours. And this is every 3 hours during the day and every 3 hours during the night. I love you. I love you, Felix. Somebody's also waiting for some food in the middle of the night. My sweet little kitty. One baby at a time though. I'll feed you in a minute. Give me a minute to finish feeding Felix. Okay? Okay. Only half the night has passed and I already have all of these to wash. And so this is my routine. I have to basically wash all of these bottles and breast pump parts every single night. And so let me show you my setup. So I have my Papablic Bottle Washer, and you fill up this tank here. It has a filter that filters out hard water and any contaminants in your tap water, and there's a lot that you wouldn't even think is in your tap water is in your tap water. So this little machine right here gives me extra peace of mind because it cleans the water that cleans all the bottles and pump parts and anything that touches my baby's mouth. So this has been a lifesaver during my newborn life when everything is just like so stressful. And then you come over here. This is like where I store all of my bottles. Right now I don't have many bottles. I have to wash them. So this is where I store all the nipples, bottles, pacifiers. And this is a UV sterilizer where I keep all of my bottles and pump parts as well. So this is another storage solution. But right now I'm about to put all of the bottles and the dirty bottles and pump parts inside my Papablic bottle washer. This video is in partnership with Papablic, but you guys know I only share products that I actually use and I found really helpful. One thing I wasn't prepared for after having a baby was how much time I'd spend washing bottles and pump parts. It feels like that's all I do. What I like about the Papablic SafeguardPlus is that it's a dedicated bottle washer, so I'm not mixing my baby's feeding items with regular dishes. And it also has a large capacity of 8 bottles plus pump parts, which is huge for me. Honestly, during the newborn stage, anything that saves time and gives me a little extra peace of mind is a win. Okay, so I turn it on. Rapid mode is 12 minutes, which is really convenient if you're in a rush to get your bottles washed. I want normal wash, extra sterilized, and dry. And that will take 1 hour and 22 minutes, and then you can store after that up to 72 hours. So it's a whole washer, sterilization, and storage system as well. This is basically a TDS meter, and it measures stuff that's in the water. So this is tap water. As you can see, it's 212. Okay, now let's get to the filtered water. And now we're gonna test the filtered water. It's a number. It says 13. Yeah, 13. So the number drops after filtration, which tells me that the filtration is reducing what's dissolved in the water. So yeah. If you're building your baby registry or looking for something to make your newborn life just a little bit easier, then I have a code for you. It's HELLYNN1, and I have the link below in my description, but you can get 15% off. So please do take advantage of that. Another night in the books. You like sleeping right here. Yesterday was a really long night. He was awake for a big chunk of it, so I was so tired. Thank you guys so much for staying up with us. I'm just so grateful to have you on this journey and just sharing in all the joys and everything together. So thank you for being there for us. And if you have any tips for getting through the newborn stage, then please let me know in the comments below. And do connect with me on Instagram. I do update a little bit more there, so would love to connect with you there. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.